in Europe now everybody is talking about the new mayor of London, it was somehow a surprise because he is a man of Pakistani origin. But there is another candidate who could have been mayor of London who is of Indian origin, and he has a very revolutionary party, how you call it. You said it's the most revolutionary party in the world. Right. One Love Party, and you are Ankit Love.
That's right.
This plan, this political project will go on?
Of course, this is just the beginning. The One Love Party has just been introduced to the world. We're the most radical techno-progressive party in Europe, in the world. We have a vision to change everything for the better of humanity, because the whole world is changing and politics is too slow to react to the technological progression of humanity. We are the youngest, the freshest, the hungriest, we're the best. And we got 33,861 votes out of nowhere. 3 weeks ago, we had nothing, nobody knew us. Now we have a small country here in London. If you think we have more votes than the electorates of San Marino or Monaco or Liechtenstein. That's not bad.
Now you feel a prince, huh?
I am the Prince of London, the revolutionary Prince of London.
And now what is next? Because there are other elections.
Of course. Well, I want to contest candidates in the by-elections. Sadiq's seat will be up now as he will be taking his post as mayor. I want to congratulate him because he's my Pakistani brother. I may be of Indian origin and I may be a subject of Jammu and Kashmir, the sovereign province between India and Pakistan. But I want to say congratulations to Sadiq. You know, we're all brothers, India, Pakistan, Jammu and Kashmir and Bangladesh. And I would like us all to reunite. And that's one of my plans, to campaign for this. And of course, contest the next by-election, keep the UK in the EU in the new referendum on the 23rd.
Love is not a nickname, it's a real surname, and is somehow connected to the history of Kashmir.
That's right. My mother named me Love because our state was war-torn when I was born in 1983. Operation Cyclone, which the CIA had instigated to beat the Soviet Union in Afghanistan, spilled over into Kashmir quite severely. So when I was born, in '83, a few years into Operation Cyclone, it was the most dangerous place in the world, as Bill Clinton had later said. And my mom was very, very worried and very, very fearful. So she named me Love with the hope I could bring peace to this place torn by multiple terrorist groups, including the Taliban and Al-Qaeda.
Mass media forgot about you during this campaign.
I think this will be really the story. Why was I ignored by the mass media? Who was I really? When they talk about terror and the concerns here, for me 9/11 was 24/7 when I was growing up. And I bring this message of love and peace and unity. How much influence do I have in Kashmir now too? I was on the front page of the newspaper in Kashmir there, while the mass media here didn't even give me any coverage. And we claim we're trying to keep our city safe for liberal values. I had the idea of legalizing cannabis on TV in Asia when I was contesting here. Nobody has probably ever done that. And here I am spreading liberty in a region that's traditional, in a region that is so conservative, in a region where people get radicalized. And the mass media would give me no attention here. And even then, I got 33,000 people plus who believe in me.
What's your message to young people who believe in radicalism, in religious or national radicalism? Also the ones who have grown up here.
I tell them, question everything. You always must. Because any true spiritual power has given you the opportunity to question and make judgment. That is yours. Question why you are really here. Question why you want to do violence or aggression on your fellow man and your brother. Is that what your prophets really said? And what is the intention of those who are saying that to you? And what do they gain? Is there madness in the equation? For there is madness and for there is sanity. And question what your prophet really believes in. Because that's the opportunity you've been given by your creator. And that's the truth.
Let's talk about the way you mix love and technology.
Well, I mean, they go hand in hand, you know. Technology is about trying to figure things out at the end of the day. And, you know, love is the most confusing thing in the world. So maybe that's the only marriage that can really give us some kind of sanctity in the long run in this life and society. So what we've done is we've taken the advances in technology, in engineering, and we've tried to figure out how can we find the latest advances through researching using online resources. We can research faster than ever before. I can go through Google Books and see different references. I can see the latest periodicals, scientific journals. I can find little parts to piece together policy like never before. I can do what you had need a team of hundreds of researchers weeks to do. I can do in one night sitting on my laptop, and we create policies based on these advances that we could use now, the macro level facilities of the state, to spread them all across society, all across the civilization, to improve people's social conditions as soon as possible. Because that is what politics is really about. It's about change, but change delivered at the fastest possible rate. And if it's not, that's when revolutions happen. That's why the French Revolution happened, because people were not getting change fast enough, or they believed they weren't, and the Russian one too. And I believe we stand at a time in society where I'm a revolutionary political party because I believe change can be delivered faster to the people. And I'm right. And here in Britain, we already break our own laws because our air is polluted by these chemicals, which are killing 40,000 people a year in this country. And I have a solution to use the state's facilities and technology to solve this problem without any economic deficit, actually saving our economy $54 billion a year in costs from air pollution that is killing our people. And our government breaks its own laws when we have laws which clearly say if the air is polluted by chemicals, they must react. I'm here to follow the British law and bring technology to save people and their social condition and improve their lives.
And about transport, you have some very revolutionary plans where drivers are not necessary.
Absolutely. We want to switch to driverless vehicles. Well, one, for convenience, and two, also for the mobility of older people. One thing, when I was at the Lewisham Pensioners Forum, and I had received letters as well while I was contesting, was that older people also find mobility difficult. So an idea for public transport is, well, vehicles that are driverless that can come and pick them wherever they are. The cost of this will reduce the cost of transport a lot and facilitate this. And this is the dream to really push it all over. And also driverless cars are much safer, actually, it turns out, in tests and research. The rates of accident that happen from road deaths tend to be more to human error than anything else, so we want to really push for this technology.
Finally, let's talk about your artist career.
Absolutely. Well, I guess at this point, maybe I'm the greatest living artist. If anybody wants to care to judge and interpret. I've been making music. I've been making films. I studied at the California Institute of the Arts. It was an avant-garde art school funded by Walt Disney. The film director Tim Burton also studied there. So there they taught us to experiment. We didn't have A, B, C, D grades. We only had high pass or low pass because they said, we can't judge you if you're experimenting in your art. So there you go. Maybe now I'm experimenting in politics like never before. Maybe that's what it needs.
As an artist, you are a film director too, and a musician.
Yes, that's right. I direct films. I make music. I sing and I rap. And, well, perform.